We put strings between quotes so JavaScript knows where they start and end. Strings in JavaScript is a... So far, we've just been working with numbers. Now let's look at another type of data strings. Strings in JavaScript, as in most programming languages, are just sequences of characters, which can include letters, numbers, punctuation, and spaces. We put strings between quotes so JavaScript knows where they start and end. For example, here's a classic. Hello world. Hello world. To enter a string, just type a double quotation mark followed by the text you want in the string, and then close the string with another double quote. You can also use single quotes, but to keep things simple, we'll just be using double quotes in this book. You can save strings into variables, just like numbers. Var string equals something really awesome. There's also nothing stopping you from assigning a string to a variable that previously contained a number. Var mithing equals 5. Mithing equals this is a string. This is a string. What if you put a number between quotes? Is that a string or a number? In JavaScript, a string is a string, even if it happens to have some characters that are numbers. For example, var number 9 equals 9. Var string 9 equals 9. Number 9 is a number, and string 9 is a string. To see how these are different, let's try adding them together. Number 9, number 9. 18 string 9 string 9. 99. When we add the number values 9 and 9, we get 18. But when we use the operator on 9 and 9, the strings are simply joined together to form 99. Operator with numbers. When you use to join two strings, you make a new string with the second string attached to the end of the first string, like this. Var greeting equals hello. Var my name equals Nick. Greeting my name. Hello Nick. Here, we create two variables greeting and my name, and assign each a string value hello and Nick, respectively. When we add these two variables together, the strings are combined to make a new string, hello Nick. That doesn't look right, though there should be a space between hello and Nick. But JavaScript won't put a space there unless we specifically tell it to by adding a space in one of the original strings. Var greeting equals hello. Var my name equals Nick. Greeting my name. Hello Nick. The extra space inside the quotes that puts a space in the final string as well. You can do a lot more with strings other than just adding them together. Here are some examples. .len. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.len. 34. You can add .len to the end of the actual string or to a variable that contains a string. Var Java equals Java. Java.len. 4. Var script equals script. Script.len. 6. Var JavaScript equals JavaScript. JavaScript.len. 10. Here we assign the string Java to the variable Java and the string script to the variable script. Then we add .length to the end of each variable to determine the length of each string, as well as the length of the combined strings. Notice that I said you can add .length to the actual string or to a variable that contains a string. This illustrates something very important about variables. Anywhere you can use a number or a string, you can also use a variable containing a number or a string. Where the message is made up of the second character of each word in a list of words. You'd need to be able to get just the second characters and join them all together to create a new word. To get a character from a particular position in a string, use square brackets. Just take the string, or the variable containing the string, and put the number of the character you want in a pair of square brackets at the end. For example, to get the first character of my name, use my name 0. Like this. Var my name equals Nick. My name 0. Ed. My name 1. I. My name 2. C. Notice that to get the first character of the string, we use 0 rather than 1. That's because JavaScript, like many other programming languages, starts counting at 0. That means when you want the first character of a string, you use 0, when you want the second one, you use 1, and so on. Let's try out our secret code, where we hide a message in some words' second characters. Here's how to find the secret message in a sequence of words. Var code word 1 equals bar. Var code word 2 equals tubers. Var code word 3 equals unsafe. Var code word 4 equals. Code word 11, code word 21, code word 31, code word 41. Run. Again, notice that to get the second character of each string, we use 1. Slice. Of a long movie review to show as a teaser on your website. To use slice. Put a period after a string or a variable containing a string, followed by the word slice and opening and closing parentheses. Inside the parentheses, enter the start and end positions of the slice of the string you want, separated by a comma. Figure 2-2 shows how to use slice. Figure 2-2. Ho. W to use slice to get characters from a string. For example, var long string equals my long string is long. Long string dot slice 3, 14. Long string. The first number in parentheses is the number of the character that begins the slice, and the second number is the number of the character after the last character in the slice. B. The 2-3 shows which characters this retrieves, with the start value 3 and stop value 14 highlighted in blue. Figure 2-3. In the example above, slice grabs the characters shown in the gray box. Here we basically tell JavaScript, pull a slice out of this longer string starting at the character at place 3 and keep going until you hit place 14. If you include only one number in the parentheses after slice, the string that it slices will start from that number and continue all the way to the end of the string, like this. Var long string equals my long string is long. Long string dot slice 3. Long string is long. Uppercase. Letters. Hello there, how are you doing? Uppercase. Hello there, how are you doing? When you use dot uppercase on a string, it makes a new string where all the letters are turned into uppercase. You can go the other way around, too. Hello there, how are you doing? To lowercase. Hello there, how are you doing? As the name suggests, dot to lowercase. makes all of the characters lowercase. But shouldn't sentences always start with a capital letter? How can we take a string and make the first letter uppercase but turn the rest into lowercase? Note, see if you can figure out how to turn hello there, how are you doing, into hello there, how are you doing, using the tools you just learned. If you get stuck, review the sections on getting a single character and using slice. Once you're done, come back and have a look at how I did it. Here's one approach. Var silestring equals hello there, how are you doing? Var lower string equals silestring dot to lowercase. Var first character equals lower string 0. Var first character upper equals first character dot uppercase. Var restart string equals lower string dot slice 1. First character upper restart string. Hello there, how are you doing? Let's go through this line by line. We create a new variable called silestring and save the string we want to modify to that variable. We get the lowercase version of silestring hello there, how are you doing? With dot to lowercase. And save that in a new variable called lower string. There, how are you doing? And save that in restart string. Finally, we add first character upper. To restart string to get hello there, how are you doing? Because values and variables can be substituted for each other, we could turn lines through into just one line, like this. Var silestring equals hello there, how are you doing? Silestring 0 dot uppercase silestring dot slice 1 dot to lowercase. Hello there, how are you doing? It can be confusing to follow along with code written this way, though. So it's a good idea to use variables for each step of a complicated task like this, at least until you get more comfortable reading this kind of complex code. Now for booleans. A boolean value is simply a value that's either true or false. For example, here's a simple boolean expression. Var JavaScript is cool equals true. JavaScript is cool. True. In this example, we created a new variable called JavaScript is cool and assigned the boolean value true to it. On the second line, we get the value of JavaScript is cool, which, of course, is true. / Boolean values with Boolean operators. When you combine Boolean values with Boolean operators, the result will always be another Boolean value, either true or false. The three main Boolean operators in JavaScript are and. They may look a bit weird, but with a little practice, they're not hard to use. Let's try them out. And means and. When reading aloud, people call it and, or ampersand ampersand. Ampersand is the name of the character. Use the operator with two Boolean values to see if they're both true. For example, before you go to school, you want to make sure that you've had a shower and you have your backpack. If both are true, you can go to school, but if one or both are false, you can't leave yet. Var has shower equals true. Var has backpack equals false. Has shower has backpack. False. Here we set the variable had shower to true and the variable has backpack to false. When we enter has shower has backpack, we are basically asking JavaScript, Are both of these values true? Since they aren't both true, you don't have your backpack, JavaScript returns false. You're not ready for school. Let's try this again, with both values set to true. Var has shower equals true. Var has backpack equals true. Has shower has backpack. True. Pipes, because programmers call the character a pipe. You can use this operator with two Boolean values to find out whether either one is true. For example, say you're still getting ready to go to school and you need to take a piece of fruit for lunch, but it doesn't matter whether you take an apple or an orange or both. You can use JavaScript to see whether you have at least one, like this. Var has apple equals true. Var has orange equals false. Has apple has orange. True. Has apple has orange will be true if either has apple or has orange is true. Or if both are true. But if both are false, the result will be false. You don't have any fruit. Not just means not. You can call it not, but lots of people call it bang. An exclamation point is sometimes called a bang. Use it to turn false into true or true into false. This is useful for working with values that are opposites. For example, var is weekend equals true. Var need to shower today equals is weekend. Need to shower today. False in this example, we set the variable is weekend to true. Then we set the variable need to shower today to is weekend. The bang converts the value to its opposite, so if is weekend is true, then is weekend is not true. It's false. So when we ask for the value of need to shower today, we get false. You don't need to shower today, because it's the weekend. Because need to shower today is false. Need to shower today will be true. Need to shower today. False. Need to shower today. True in other words, it's true that you do not need to shower today. Combining logical operators get interesting when you start combining them. For example, say you should go to school if it's not the weekend and you've showered and you have an apple or you have an orange.